I'm playing some background music so that you get entertained while I talk. Except I think that I'll be a little distracted. Okay, so today I wanted to. So the other day by the way, made my plant Phoebo. If anyone knows that reference, well, good for you. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk about being an ENTP and dealing with emotions. The other day I was on Reddit and I kind of wrote this post where I was talking about how I have troubles with my emotions. Basically, that was the gist of it. And I got a lot of upvotes, and people were like, "Well, I relate." So I was like, you know what? Oh, let's make a video about it. If people kind of understand, then why not? So that's what I'm doing. If you couldn't tell, and that very necessary beginning was not necessary, hence making it unnecessary. Wow, I'm so smart. But so today I want to talk about emotions and how it is a weird situation for me. I've been thinking about like this for a while now, but I was like, is it too insane that I think this way? I mean, I'm obviously not gonna 100% contribute it to being an ENTP, but I mean, since other ENTPs related to it, I guess it must have some truth to it. Um, yeah. So it was basically just that I don't really understand emotions. Like I don't understand happiness, and I experience it, but I don't understand it. I have the hardest time really interpreting what emotions mean. So many times I'm angry or I'm upset. I usually don't know why it is the case. I just am, and that's all I do know. So I tend to like eliminate the entire process of, you know, check what's right and what's wrong. I don't know the song. Okay, I heard it once before. Anyway, I'm kind of distracted. Okay, there we go. So much better. I can focus now on what I'm saying. Okay, so it was basically just that I experienced the emotions, but I can't really express them, and I don't understand them. I was talking about this to another friend of mine who I think is an ENFJ or ENTJ, I think. And I was just talking to him about this, and um, well, then he asked me to join his cult, which is basically where you remove parts of your brain. But that was a joke. Yeah. So I just don't know how to interpret emotions. I mean, I don't want to sound like the typical, oh my god, look at me, I am a thinker and I don't know how to understand emotions. Feelers go away. Like that's not what it is because I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a stigma around thinkers and feelers. I can totally see why, but it's just not that I'm saying that it's accurate, but I can see why the stigma surrounds that. But I guess my basic concern is that like I don't know how to interpret what I'm feeling. So I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know what I was feeling, but I was like, I don't understand why this exists. I don't understand why it is that certain like things happen in your life, and they automatically either I, well, I don't know how sadness works, but I guess it's like release or less release of serotonin or more, or like some things happen and you're like, well, my brain decides to automatically release more dopamine or serotonin or whatever it is. It's just, I find the concept very weird because it's like, how does your brain even know how to release what when? Although we're experiencing it. But like, I guess if we further continue this conversation, this is gonna go more into an existential-ish maybe situation. But it's basically just like I don't understand how I'm supposed to interpret what I feel. Like like most of the time I'm just confused, and like I know that I'll be feeling down, but I can't I can't pinpoint why it is that I would be feeling down or sad or depressed. Like I think a few months ago I had this like depressive phase. I thought I was depressed, but I I disagree now. I don't think I was. It was a very intense phase. But yeah, it's just like I don't understand, and that's why I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is an ENTP thing or it's just like my thing. I just can't interpret the fact that there are things that I'm feeling and I'm supposed to process them for some reason. So I completely eliminate that part. It's like I I usually like even so many times, people will ask me, this happened. What's your opinion on it? And I'd be like, well, I don't know. And it's so difficult for me to come to conclusions because I look at everything from every angle. So even if someone does something awful, I will obviously look at the victim side, but at the same time I'll also look at the the criminal's perspective. So I guess it comes down to really how do I feel about something? I don't know. Do I have opinions about things? Yes, I do, but they're mostly not based on what I feel. They're more based on like what I guess what's more I don't know. I guess again, my opinions also aren't that strong, so they're very momentary. Because if people, I keep switching to many things. Like for instance, I'll just give you this example. So the beginning of this year, I was religious, but then right now I am an atheist, and I'm sure that that will change because I'm exploring everything. But it's so hard for me to come to a conclusion, and it's just, and I usually never know how I feel about things. I know how I, you know, think about things. Like I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's just it's such a weird concept. you know, it's so it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's That's how abstract I feel that it is because it's so difficult to explain this because it's like what really is it? I personally myself don't really understand. Hence the entire video. Come on. Um, but yeah, I don't get it. This video is literally just 8 minutes of me saying I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I guess that's like an issue, and I think that's like an ENTP issue. I saw like again, I posted on Reddit, and I was like, what do I, how do I do something about this? And they're like, well, I don't know. you know, they usually talked about uh, why it is like make like a mental checklist, or like the commenters who commented on my Reddit post, they basically told me to checklist in my head mentally what happened and why is it that I felt the way that I felt. Which I mean, it's very logical and it should be easy to do, but it really isn't because I was trying it the other day and it just I just find it so absurd but also so fascinating that we experience things and then these experiences like affect us, I for some reason that's like a very fascinating concept to me. That's all I have to say about this. Phoebo and I will see you the next video. If you would care to join, subscribe if you want to. I have some videos about being an INTP, although I'm an ENTP, but I thought I was an INTP, so they're at the back of the not playlists, they're like the older videos. And if you want to see some recent ENTP videos, well, they're more recent, so you'll see it. And I also made this MBTI thing. I was like, MBTI and minds. If you want to see that, then I'll put it on screen somewhere. Okay. Bye. Oh, fuck.